Welcome to this tutorial on how to plan your budget with this Google Sheet template. A personal budget is one of the most fundamental and powerful tools for actively taking control over your personal finance, as it helps you to understand and proactively plan where your money goes. Let me show you how to build a personal budget using this template, which lets you proactively plan your income, allocation to custom expenses, bills, and saving categories for every single month. Then let you track and assign your actual money flows to those defined categories. And based on that, the template automatically generates a well-structured and interactive dashboard analysis with a detailed breakdown of your budget performance for each individual month. Let me quickly state nothing said in this video is a financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. So let's start. Hello everyone. So let's start doing the planning for our monthly budget. So in this main tab, master plan or master budget plan, we need to fill the information about the expenses, bills, debt, then subscriptions, and also information about our savings and about our income. And in order to fill this information, here you have a drop down menu, and the items here in this drop down menu, it can be customized as per your need and your desire. So also here for the bills, for example, I would like to customize this information here, and then after that I can select it very easily. So first thing we need to do is to go to Start tab here. So here we have the categories, expenses, debt, bills, subscriptions, saving, and income. So under each of these categories, we need to specify basically what was this information. So here in the expenses, for example, we have home rent, we have groceries, we have transportation, shopping, travel, car expenses, for example. You can delete, you can add, whatever. You can also add, for example, expenses 1. You can add up to 30 items in each column. For example, expenses 2, and so on. Here the debt, for example, personal loan, credit card 1, credit card 2, home loan, whatever you have. You can customize all the information here as per your needs. For example, subscription. What subscription you are paying? You are paying for Netflix, for Prime, maybe you are paying for Canva, maybe you have another subscription. You add all those here. And for saving, the same. And for income, for example, in the income you have the employment income. Maybe you have another like side hustles, you could add it here. Side hustles, for example, or side income 1, 2, you could add all this here. And whatever you add, it will reflect in all the other sheets, in the master plan, in the log, and in the calendar. So we have select now the categories. Then after that, we will select basically the currency which you are going to use in this sheet. So you have like up to 30 different currencies, dollar, euro. So I will keep it in dollar. And now I have done from the first step. We have selected now all, set up all the categories. And this will be done only once. And then after that, every month, you can use it very easily, like a drop-down selection. So second step, now we are going to go for the master plan. So here basically we need to plan our budget. So how to do that one? So simply, let me make it a little bit up like this. You could, for example, select from this drop down menu. I have selected some of them just in the sake of the video. So let's select, for example, here expenses number 1, for example. I'm paying for this expenses, let's say 200. For example, you'd like to select for, let's say, groceries. We have expenses as a groceries here. So let's say you are paying every month or every week. Let's say you are paying per week like 300 for the groceries item, and you are paying that weekly basis. So 300, and here you select weekly. That means it is 1200 monthly wise. So here you put the information, and the sheet and the formula will calculate everything. So you fill the information in the white cells, and then in the green cells this will be calculated automatically. You don't worry about it. So here we have like 300 on weekly basis for the groceries. It will become like 1200 monthly wise. And then if let's say home rent, we have select the home rent 2000 monthly wise. And then also you need to select what type of expense. Is it fixed or variable expense? And we mean by fixed expense, for example, the home rent, it is fixed. You need to pay the same amount every month. You cannot basically change that one unless if you change the whole home. But for the groceries, it is a variable expense, because maybe this week 300, maybe next week if you would like to spend and save more, spend less and save more, maybe it will be 200. So variable expenses, basically the expenses which basically you could reduce or increase based on your desire and based on your plan. And then here we need to select the priority for these expenses. And we have three different priority. We have debt, we have wants, and we have needs. Debts, this is for the personal loan, home loan, and any kind of loans and debts. Needs, it is the necessary items to survive. You cannot live without it, like home rent. You need to pay home rent. You need to pay for groceries. It is a need. But for example, shopping clothes or shopping some items from Amazon or here or other expenses, maybe it could be under the wants. You want it, but it's not necessary to survive. So groceries, it is needs. Dining out, for example, it is a wants. Here I select dining outs. Let's say you are paying 100 weekly for dining outs. It is a variable and it is a wants. You can't survive without it. You can do your food at home. So you put all the information here. For the expenses, the same you put for the bills. You select from drop down menu, and that will follow the first tab, the categories, electricity, water, school. You fill the information here also. And also for the debt, let's say you have home loan, for example, and you are paying for home loan, let's say 1400 monthly wise. This is fixed expenses, debt, and so on. So you fill all the information, also for subscription, and so on. And once you have filled all the information here, then you can see above each of those expenses the breakdown. So for the subscription, we are paying like $70 USD per month, 60 for Amazon Prime, and 10 for example Netflix. So here you can see the breakdown, and also for the loan and debt and so on. Second thing we need to do here, after that we need to go and fill our income. So here we have employment income. If you have any other income, for example, maybe you have a side income and you're getting like 500, or maybe you're getting like 200 per week, let's say, per week, weekly, which basically 800 monthly. It will calculate by the sheet itself. And then here you put your saving and investment. And this is important to plan also for saving and investment. So for example, let me remove this one, delete it, and let's fill it together. So let's say you have decided to have an emergency fund. So you decide, okay, I would like to create emergency fund, and this emergency funds equal like, let's say, 3000 USD dollar. And you want to, by the end of the year, you have this. So each year you need to save like 3000 for emergency fund, for example. So make it monthly. let's select here my annual, sorry. So it will be, that means you need to save like 250 in monthly basis. Also, let's say you would like to have a vacation fund. So you decide you will take vacation once per year. And for that vacation, normally you are spending an average like $2,000 per year for vacation. So I will put 2,000 here. So this is an annual. I pay it once per year. That means you need to save 166 USD dollar to achieve and to reach to this 2,000 saving at the end of the year. So you can do the vacation, and you fill all the information you need. For example, you would like to have a personal saving. You would like to have also maybe retirement saving. Let's say you put 200 for each of them per month. And so on. Maybe you decide, okay, I would like also to put some money in the stocks every month. I will put like, or every week, I would like to buy some stock, and so on. So you make your plan here. And then you can see, once you make your plan, you can see here the breakdown for saving and investment. You can also the financial overview. Saving, it's 13%, debt 20%, expenses, bills, subscription. So then to give you an idea, basically. And then here the important things. After all this information, we see that, okay, our total income is 5,800. And with this all expenses, we have like minus 3,000. So our income is not enough. That means there is something more expenses. We need to cut some expenses in our plan. So let's try to adjust that. So let's see expenses. We have 5,000 expenses. Maybe we have something duplicated here. Let's remove. I think those are. You can just simply delete. Let's see, still you have 4,100. Okay, so let's take a look. You are paying 2,000 for the home rent, groceries, and then you decide, okay, what else I can cut to achieve my budget. So you need to take a look about this information. You have fixed and you have variable. You cannot affect the fixed amount. You can affect only the variable amount. And also you have needs and you have wants and debts. You cannot affect the needs. You can affect the wants, because needs, those are needed to survive. But the wants, I can reduce it. And also the variable amount, I can reduce it. So those two categories I can play around to get and save money. Also, I can decide about my savings. See here, I have saving 1,200 per month. Maybe it's quite high. I can reduce this one, for example, or I can see the debts. So that's why this visual overview and this breakdown will tell you a lot of information, so you can plan your budget in a wise way. So I will take a look about debt. It's too much debt I'm paying. So let's go down and see how can I affect that. So here we have, in our debts, we have home loan. Let's see if I pay home rent, why I'm paying home loan. I think it's duplicated, or maybe I can reduce, and you can play around in your budget. This information, this is just an example. So let's say this one is 500, let's say. Let's take a look now about our budgeting. So I still have shortage, but let's for the sake of this example, I will put it more budget, more salary, just for the sake of this example, just to explain the idea. Okay, so now here you have still, after all this, you have still remaining some amount of money. So then you can decide, or maybe you decide, I would like to save more. I would like to reduce my variable things here and my wants. Then I will go down for the sheet and take a look about the wants okay, 50 and 60, this is okay, making sense. Maybe you decide, okay, I will make this less, or wants here, for example. You take a look about the wants, and also for the variable items. For example, grocery, I'm paying 350 per week. Maybe I can make it like 300. Say $50 per week, which 200 per month. And in this way, you can plan your budget. And once you reach to the level that you are satisfied with the budget, satisfied with everything, and your investment and saving, then your plan is ready. And then the second thing we need to do here, if you would like to, you already have planned your monthly budget, you have planned the place. If you would like to keep tracking what you have real expenses in every month, you can use this sheet. This is for log and tracking purpose. So how to fill this one? You put the date, for example. Let's say today is 2nd. I have paid, for example, some bills. I paid for my mobile phone, let's say 20 per monthly, for example. This is a variable, this is a need. You fill the information in the white cells, and the green cells will be come automatically. So this is your monthly amount, this is your annual amount. So you fill the information only in the white cells, and you keep filling the information basically about your expenses and the dates. For example, in this date, I have to pay some debt. Maybe I have to pay my credit card. I need to pay, let's 50, and this is I do it monthly wise. Variable expenses, this is the debt, and so on. You fill all the real expenses here, and then once you fill your real expenses here, also you fill your real income. So basically you're supposed to get 5,000 as an employment income, but maybe you have some deduction, or maybe you get extra this month. So let's say you get 4,900 instead. So, and then here you're saving, this is what you have planned, and those figures in the green cells, it came from here, from your planning budget sheet, from the master plan. So here we have like 5,000, and here we have emergency fund, we have the side 100, retirement 100, 160 side for vacations, and so on. So those figures came automatically here in the green cells. So you don't need to change anything in the green cells. This is the plan as per the master plan, and then you need to put your actual. Did you really have saved 100 in the emergency fund? Maybe I put 110 this month. Maybe in retirement I have saved 90. So you put your actual basically here. Let's put some figures. Here. So in general you need to fill the information in the white cells only. So this is to track your expenses. It's very easy because it's all like a drop down menu, so it's easy to fill it. So once you fill this information, you get two things. First thing, you can see the breakdown here. This your spending overview breakdown here. You have also here the breakdown needs vs wants vs debt. Give you, for example, total income, total spending, total saving, some comparison for the fixed and variable expenses, and so on. Also, what is the planned and what is the actual for total income, for bills, for expenses, and so on. So it will give you an overview. And then also another benefit, we have here calendar. So all this information, like 1st of October you have expenses, 2nd October you have debt, 12th October you have bills. These are reflected here in the calendar, so it will be pop up automatically. So for example, if you need to pay your credit card in the 17th, the second credit card, so you put it here in the credit card number 2 in the 17th, it will appear here in your calendar. And if it has been done, maybe you can also make it like, okay, tick has been completed, for example. So here it will give you as a calendar view. It's very useful sheet to plan your budget.